All right, folks, I see a number of people piling in here. Check something on YouTube fast. If anybody has any questions, please get those in right away. Looks like they're here on YouTube. All right, very good. So, all right, again, folks, live stream here, open forum Q&A. Don't be shy. If you have questions, get those in for me. I don't do any pre-done content on these. We rely on you folks to drive the content of these Q&As with your questions. So don't be shy. So again, folks, it's an open forum live Q&A. So go ahead and get those questions in for me. How do you get alerts to give you more than one symbol? Well, alert windows will alert every time a symbol meets it. So it's just a simple matter of how tight you have the filters in it. If you just have one symbol alerting, that would mean that your scan is so tight and specific on the criteria it's looking for. That's all that can alert on it. So like, let me bring out an alert window, the configure of an alert window, excuse me. All right. So, there's a selected alert that you're going to have in your Windows specific filters. Sometimes folks will have such stringent criteria in here that maybe only a symbol or two alerts. There is also, if it was an alert window you got from someone else, I don't know if it's something you built yourself or not. Always check the symbol list function tab here that function isn't enabled and that you're looking at all symbols. That's also important to do there, Doug. Let me know if that helps. That makes sense. And if you've got a specific window and you want maybe some help or some insight or thoughts on it, if you can email a cloud link to me, unfortunately you can't post links in here, but you can email it to me and I could open it. If you email it to me at info@trade-ideas.com, I put the email address there. Let me know you sent it. We could open it up here live and poke around on a little bit. And again, anybody else with questions, please, open forum here. Don't be shy. Get those questions in. And again, Doug, you're more than welcome to send me a link to that email address. And, we take a quick look at it and see what's going on there. So again, folks, it's open forum here. Trade Idea software. Any questions you have, whether you're a user, thinking of becoming a user, curious what software cannot do, scanning abilities, data points, so on and so forth. So get those questions in for me, please. Again, folks, open forum here, live Q&A. I mean, do you have a specific scan with the 130 in it? I mean, you'd need an alert and other things in there. The 130 is just a single filter. So if you have something, more to add to it, what are you trying to scan for on it? I don't, because I don't have a 130 scan myself. That's why I ask. So again, do you have a specific scan? If you do, you want to shoot it to me as an email and we could back test it together and mess around with it. All right, I guess no specific scan on it, so mess around and build something here. Let's see, 130. Let's add that filter. Let's say we're no more than 0.5% above it. What else do we want to do here? We can go with the minimum of $15 on it. Let's say traded at least 750,000 on it today. We'll use the running up family here for some alerts. Just to see what we can get. Yeah, I mean, you just copy a cloud link if you've got it and send it to that email, info@trade-ideas.com. What else do we want to add here? Yeah, we don't have an alert for a pullback to 130. There's no alert for that. The only 130 we have is this change here. I mean, someone may have built a pullback 130 scan somewhere out there. I don't have it if they did. Excuse me. Seasonal allergy sneeze coming on me. So, all right, well, we got that. Let's just see how much has come through this today. It's a good amount of alerts. That's a lot of alerts. A lot of the running up intermediates. So I'm going to cut this down, actually, because it seems like we're getting enough alerts. Let's go with the running up now. I'm just going to leave it like that for the moment. And let's go ahead and back test it. So, all right, we'll open it up here. I like to cut things down. I'm not going to enter another trade after 3:30 Eastern. I'll leave it at a 30-minute hold. Not going to give it any risk management for the moment. Outside of that, we'll open this up to the full 64 days that are there. And let's go ahead and see what happens. So it looks like it has one really good day, and that's about it. Interesting. Very interesting. Now let's look at some optimization stuff here. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that I didn't put a price cap on this thing. So let's go ahead and do that now. Put a price cap on this. Let's go with 150. Now let's see what happens. That's not what I wanted to do. My odds maker's a little slow today. Almost there. There we go. Oof. So more or less the same. Let's jump in the optimization tab again so we can see those stocks, 20 to 40 bucks, not so great. Let's break this down to $10. That's interesting there. Very interesting stuff here. Let's see how time of day impacts this. Wow. Look at that. Well, I'm going to just mess around a little bit here, and let's do this. Based on that optimization there where it's saying things above. Actually, no. Things above 50. above 15. Let's see how that now stacks up here. And again, anybody with questions, fire those away. We can pivot at any point. Just going to do this as an exercise because Truth Seeker threw it out there and didn't make a whole lot of a difference to the overall daily here. So let's mess around in the optimization tab here and take a look. I don't know there's much we could do with that there. Let's mess around in the other filters here and see if there's something. Let's look at how the movements of the market might impact this. Well, let's see, what can we find? What can we find? Now, let's see, change NASDAQ in the last 30 minutes. Interesting. Not a huge impact messing around there. Same. A little more meaningful here. All right, let's see how that plays a role. Yeah, an ebb and flow with these different scans. I'm not sure what you're doing exactly with your scan there. I just randomly built this with that one filter and threw a few other things that came to my mind. So, still not hugely impactful what we've done here on the optimization as far as getting some of these days a little more spread. Doesn't look like there's much more we could do on the price side of things. Time of day. The thing is with time of day, cut one, then you cut some of the bad, you cut some of the good with it too. See what it looks like on a 15-minute. And just for fun curve fitting purposes, let's run this from 12 o'clock to 1:29. Can I just look back 10 days? Sure. We'll let this one wrap up and we'll run it as a 10-day look back. Yes, it's got that one crazy day and just flattens out from there, basically. Yep, we could do that too. So let's see. We can back test it from 9:49. I can't do 9:15. Can't do pre-market. So I can do it from 9:30 till what we say 12. And just doing 10 days. And that's what it looks like there. 330 trades. So that would require a custom to say that the 20 is greater than the 50. I believe you and I, Nayland, we spoke earlier. You came to the chat. I mentioned coming here for some help on that. Save you the trouble of customs for the moment. I can just put that custom into your account and you can just find it there. And it's going to be a true false statement. So bear with me a moment or two here while I figure that out and build that out. I'll do it on screen here with you. You can see it. Hold on one second. Let me load up the web page where we do customs from. So in TruthSeeker, there you go. That's what this looked like, this optimized version so far on the last 10 days. All right, let me bring this over here. I gotta do this here, and then I can put it in your account on the back end afterwards. Make sure I do this right. Okay, so let's see. SMA. So you want the 20-day. All right, so I copy that. So 20-day is greater than All right, so I've got that set for you now. Yep, Nealon, I'm working on it right now with you, actually. So what you want to do now is if you go into the configure of any scan, right click, come into the configure of any scan for you, go to the search tab, and I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom of the search tab, and you're going to see a U0 filter down there, and that will be a 20-day greater than 50-day filter for you. If you add that, it'll be what's called a true false statement filter. By putting a 1 in the minimum column, it'll only return stocks where the 20-day, the 20 SMA is greater than the 50 SMA. Actually, I think I didn't do that right. Hold on. You can find that filter, but I'm going to have to make an adjustment on it, I believe. Yeah. All right. This time I'm going to get it right. All right. So it's going to be. All right. Now I got that right. Sorry. Apologies before. I used the wrong filter codes. Yeah, I realized that afterwards, Pepe, that I did the wrong one there. I wasn't thinking. So yeah, use that should be all correct for you now. So you're good to go there, Nayland. So I put that into your account for you. It's a true false statement. So by putting a 1 in that, and then I have our chat open from before. And if you want, we can walk through the scan you were asking. Just let me know. I'd be happy to walk through that with you. Doug, I see that you emailed that in. Let me open that up here. Copy file. Load from cloud. You've emailed me many windows. So, I mean, if I look at the history of the scan, it's showing different stocks. Showing a lot of repeaters, but definitely different stocks. Something similar here. This is bearish version of that. So it looks like only one stock's meeting the criteria of that scan today. And so that would be it. Let me just double check that there wasn't anything else going on in here. Yep. So it's just that one stock today meets these filters. That's all they're So Doug there, if you're still with me, Doug, I noticed that you sent in that email. And yeah, given these filters here, IoT alerted at that time, and that's it on the day so far. Those couple of early alerts there. But and it, if you go to history, we go to all just for fun, see what comes up from other days. So see, as we go into other days, you can see lots of other stuff coming in now. Expand these columns a little bit so we can see, what was coming through the 6 with some Lulu, Broadband, DocuSign, CrowdStrike, Nike, Baba. Crisp, but close enough. So I go ahead and close those out. Looks good there. Looks good there. Nayland, let me know if you need some more help with any of those things. No, that's a formula editor, not a code compiler. We don't have EMA data, so can't make EMA filters or EMA anything. So you have to work with the filters. There's only those filter codes. If you don't see it essentially as a filter inside here, it has to be filters, not alerts, only filters. If you don't see it in here, you can't do it for the most part. If you want a little more background on that, here's a video I did on custom formulas a short while ago. And this should give you a real good in and out on it. And again, anybody else with questions, let me know. Nealon, if there's anything else you want to go over as far as that goes, let me know. Same for you, Doug, Truth Seeker, all you folks out there. So again, fire anything else for me there, folks, that you got question-wise. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I am going to shut down at about 12:55 Eastern today, a meeting that I have to attend at 1. Again, don't be shy. Don't be shy. There's a number of you watching right now. Someone must have some kind of question from somewhere for me. Guess you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mess around with this a little bit here. What happens if we go with the running up instead of the running up now? What is that going to do to this thing? Take a look. Interesting. Instead of it just being 1 day that makes this whole thing, but we're on the 10 days again. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. All right, let's clean up some of these windows here. Okay, that was interesting like that. Let's bang it out again, back to that full set of days. Let's see what it looks like. And not so good. Mess around here with the optimization. You know what? Let's bring that price back down again. Why not? What else are we doing, right? Throw it all up there and see if anything interesting comes of it. Alrighty, let's see what we get. Well, started might have been promising. Didn't continue that way, unfortunately. Well, let's see. Stock's going to be up 1% from the open, 2% from the close. Let's give it some relative volume too. Why not, right? What else are we doing? Well, that certainly didn't help us at all. Wow, that was terrible. Mess around with the yeah, that's better as a short. That's right. Let's mess around here with the position and range because we said it was a pullback. So I don't know. Let's say we got to be there, not too far above that. Took some of the other stuff off there. Not like buying stuff on the open. There we go. Let's see what happens here. Interesting. Not really great, but And someone might look at it and be like, not great, it's so green. I don't have a link to Steve's scan. I can ping him and see if he... So I'm guessing that I'll take it that the 130 came from Steve. Let me let's see if he's around and I can get him. How do I get that link? Let me see. This might have to be a to be continued for the next time I'm here, if we remember. Yeah. All right, enough with that. This was something I'd been working on. Thought I had something here, and it completely fell apart. Them's the brakes. Looked good for months. Then all of a sudden, didn't look so good no more. Yikes. Something else I messed around with. Not exactly realistic here. One trade on the open in March. I think that's something. So, all right, folks, I think I will wrap it up for the day here. And thank you all for joining me very kindly. Appreciate those of you that chimed in. Hopefully we got a little something out of this. Wednesday, I haven't heard anything different, so I think Dan will be back tomorrow, do his Q&A. Although Dan usually has a lot more pre-done content. He's got some agendas that he likes to go over and all that. So assuming it's Dan tomorrow, I expect some more of that. And yeah, just looking over some messages just to see if I saw anything different about Dan. No, it looks like I think he'll be here tomorrow. So, all right. Thank you all very much, folks. You have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.